This may look like an ordinary school, but extraordinary things are happening at Stump Early Childhood Center. Like many other schools, the hallways teem with children. Filled to capacity, Stump has 126 preschoolers in 8 classrooms. Some come ready and eager to learn, but many others come with great challenges to overcome before learning can happen.
Happy birthday to you.
But it's not just children who fill the halls. At Stump School and all across Southwest Michigan, seniors have come back to school to help children overcome barriers to learning. And along the way, they're finding that they receive as much as they give.
Being a foster grandparent helps me, because if I didn't have this, I would probably be at home asleep, fat, nervous, and I look forward to coming to school because it gives me something to look forward to and to talk to different people, because after you get older, you sit at home by yourself, and like myself, I'm by myself. And then that you go to talking to yourself and you get stiff. So you need to get up, and I wouldn't take nothing for our foster grandparents program.
K is for Kamaria. K is for Kamaria.
Foster grandparents spend 20 hours each week volunteering in classrooms like this one. They share their love and wisdom with kids who are most in need of a caring, stable mentor.
Once I got Grandma, it was just this extra set of hands. She kind of anticipates my needs. And sometimes when I'm going to describe what foster grandparents do, to the outsider it might seem minimal, except for the days when she's not here. Look at me. And I'll think, why is this day so difficult? And the reason why it's so difficult is because all the little things that she does. And she's just part of our family. You know, she becomes part of our family. So days without Grandma are not good. 11, 12, count, 13.
The foster grandparents in our building has really meant a lot. They're a very integral part of our program. They're part of this community, this learning environment here. They set the stage for the nurturing portion of the classrooms. They're here to give hugs. They're here to wipe away tears. They're here to establish independency with the students, helping them take care of themselves, manage their emotions, manage their feelings. And they have really become part of the teaching team.
They don't necessarily have to have their GED. They don't necessarily have to be great spellers. The grandparents are a presence and maybe a calmness, because I tend to get rattled by the day-to-day, whereas this is someone who's there always, provides consistency, can give perspective too.
You have to have common sense and wisdom. If you ain't got those two, God give us old people's wisdom to pass it along to our next generation.
The foster grandparents are part of the kids' daily routine. The kids see them every day. The teachers work with them every day. And for everything that we do, all of the events that we have, all of the field trips that we have, our grandparents are included in those events.
Awesome. Kiss that break. Because we see parents every day. They drop their kids off every day, and they pick them up every day. So every day we enter into a conversation with the parents. And because we're in that conversation every day, we are teaching parents as much as we're teaching kids. And Grandma helps us to teach parents.
I think it is not the school that a child go to, it's what the parents put into the child. How many is that?
5.
So count 5.
Usually I pick for her the ones that their intellectual life is at stake. These might be children whose parents maybe just don't know how to work with their child. I don't think it's ever a case of a parent not wanting these are their babies. They love their child. But so Grandma would take a child who maybe isn't being read to at home, hasn't learned how to count 1 to 1, can't even hold a pencil, and I find that just every day, they can sit with her one-on-one, and she can help them to, make great gains.
How many is that?
3.
Okay, count 3.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
In the past 3 years, we've been administering a standardized test. It's called the Brigance test. And we give a pre-test in the fall. And 3 students in particular, in the fall, number 1, here's this little guy. We tested him in the fall and his score was 19. And then after working one-on-one with Grandma and focusing on his needs, we just finished testing him last week and he scored an 84. So from a 19 to an 84. There's another little guy, a little girl, she scored 25 in the fall, and this spring she scored an 81, which speaks well to how much kids learn what you teach and just refusing to let them fail and just keying in on what they need.
Look, when you count, you put them down just like this, 1, 2, and don't put them in your mouth. It's nasty. You know.
1, 2, 3.
That's right. Put 3. Count them.
The grandparents, they have a sort of demeanor about them that says, I want to help you. And parents feel that they see that. One of the things that I've noticed that grandparents do, they pull out a book in the hallway and they start reading to kids. And the parents then take that on as their responsibility as well. While they're waiting for the doors to open, they'll pull out a book and begin to read because the grandparents started that and they kind of mimic what the grandparents did.
I think that every parent should try to put their kids in preschool. If you can. If you can't, you help. And you help the teacher too. At home, start them when they live. When they're about 2, 1, they ABCs counting where they live, and that's very important. And have discipline too. And don't forget the discipline come first.
She holds a high standard. Like, if I tend to pity parents sometimes, Grandma will say, she'll say, I had 6 kids and I was a single parent and my kids came to school and they were clean and dressed and I was there and I was on time, and so she holds me to a high standard. She won't let me pity parents. Having the foster grandparent program gives the elderly a place in our culture. We tend to send the elderly into a nursing home or whatever. This gives them a purpose, and I can speak to Grandma. She looks forward to the activities that we do here, and she doesn't ever complain to me about aches and pains. So I can only speak to Grandma in particular. What else about Grandma? She's fun-loving, way fun-loving. Great sense. She has a great sense of humor. She can laugh at herself.
1, 2, 3, and that is what?
1.
What is that number?
1.
3.
3.
3. You know it's 3. I think, to me, it means after I work with them from October till May, I can see how they progress. Most of them, and they can't write their name, and they can't hold a pencil. They don't know how to color in the lines. And we have got, this year, I think it's been amazing. Everybody is like in their 90s or 70s or 80s, so they're doing real well.
10 fingers,
Come on.
10 toes, 10 little dogs, wobbling in a row.
From ABCs and 1, 2, 3s to helping children overcome social challenges, with patience and persistence, foster grandparents are making a difference in the lives of children every day, helping them to dream big dreams and to know that, step by step, they can be achieved.
You can count by tens, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90.